Let me start off again just by recapping very briefly the trip to San Francisco for Super Bowl 50. I was there along with Council Members Martin and Councilmember Boykins, along with a delegation representing police, fire, Homeland Security, special events, might even out something, airports. And basically, those respective categories met with their counterparts in the San Francisco area, looking at logistics, what it will take for us to be prepared in 2017. In San Francisco for Super Bowl 50, they had more than 1.1 million people visiting the area because of the Super Bowl. We're anticipating the same number, if not a higher number. The planning for this has already been in place for about a year. We'll continue to plan as we move closer to throughout this year to make sure that we are ready. It is the singular most important event, sporting event in the country. It's a level 1 security event, and there was plenty of security in San Francisco, with more than 60 law enforcement agencies coordinating their efforts. We anticipate the same, if not even more. So we certainly want to make sure that we are very, very much prepared when the Super Bowl comes here. From an economic point of view, as I indicated earlier, in Arizona, when they had the Pro Bowl, the economic benefit for their area was right at $720 million. In New Orleans, when they did it, without including the Pro Bowl, the economic benefit was more than $480 million. We're anticipating that the economic benefit for the city of Houston and the region will be more than $500 million. And to the extent we're able to get the Pro Bowl, and we have certainly put forth a bid for the Pro Bowl, which will be a week before, the anticipated economic benefit could well be over $700 million for Houston and the region. So we certainly want to be ready for that. So we're excited about it. It's our opportunity to be on the major stage, and we're moving forward. Secondly, and I want to emphasize something I mentioned in the mayor's report on the Zika virus. We are certainly prepared to deal with that, or we have gotten prepared, or we'll be getting prepared. Just so that we'll all be very, very clear, Dr. David Percy will serve as the incident commander over our city's response to the Zika virus. And I know Kathy Barton is here, who is the PIO and the council liaison from the health department. Where's Kathy? Kathy, you want to come and introduce some of the people that we have here this morning?
We have Raouf Arafat, who's the assistant director of Surveillance and Public Health Preparedness, and we also have Dr. Stephen Harris, who is the Assistant Public Health Authority.
And the reason why Dr. Percy is not here, because he's in Austin testifying before a legislative committee on this particular subject matter this morning. But Dr. Raouf Arafat, do you want to make a brief comments and tell us what we have before us right here?
Okay. See, Zika virus is one of the fluffy viruses. The most important thing for us is we have this experience. We have been responding to emergencies all along in the city. We had just finished responding to the Ebola epidemic, as you know, and we have followed up on more than 200, a little bit less than 200 cases that came to Houston and visited Houston from the infected countries. So our plan is to eliminate standing water at houses in neighborhoods, use repellents, cover up, and keep mosquito outside the house. So what we need to do is to prevent the virus to jump into the mosquito population in Houston. That's really the most important thing. So reduce breeding of mosquitoes, cover up, and make sure that if someone goes to visit one of the countries, the infected countries, they need to see their physician. And then we will get the reporting from the physicians if the Zika is positive. We are getting up for surveillance, and our laboratory very soon will be capable of testing for Zika virus in Houston. Thank you.
Can you spell your name here?
Raouf Arafat, R-A-O-U-F, A-R-A-F-A-T.
And in order for us to make sure that we are gearing up, and especially when we're talking about eliminating standard water, I've also asked solid waste. Harry Hayes has that division, to also be a part of this effort as well. And so we're moving on that end. It's certainly going to require not just a Houston effort, but a regional effort. And we'll be working in conjunction with the county as well, and the public health agencies within the city of Houston. And that planning started back in on January the 29th. So we are making sure that we are staying as much as possible ahead of the game and being proactive and not trying to be reactive at all as it relates to that. And then the website, let me encourage everyone to utilize the website, to go to that. We'll continue to update information that we get. This is a virus that we're still learning a great deal about. I think you saw the other day where the president has asked Congress for an additional, right at $2 billion. We're also reaching out to the state for any possible assistance that we can get monetarily from the state to assist us in this effort as well. That, I think, for my comments, I just wanted to highlight those two subject matters, and then I'll take whatever questions that any of you may have.